I've already showed you how to do an M1R and an M1L on a knit row. To do a make one left and M1L on a purl row, just go along purling up until you need to do your increase. Spread your needles apart as you would with the knit row, and you do exactly the same. You find the horizontal piece of yarn, often with the ladder going downwards, and you go from the front to back as you do on the knit row. But here, instead of knitting into the back, you just purl into the back. So you just flip your work over, you go up through the back of that top stitch and take your needle to the front, and you just purl that, like so. I'll show you that again. You just purl to where you're going to make your increase. Spread your needles apart. You'll be able to see the horizontal piece of yarn at the top there with a ladder effect going downwards. Because this is a make one left, you go from front to back, just like you do on the knit row. You go front to back underneath that piece of yarn. Then obviously, instead of knitting into the back, you purl into the back. Turn your work over and you go down through that top loop there, like so. You go down through and you take that needle to the front to purl it. Like so. You do just the same with the M1R on a purl row. You go from back to front under the horizontal piece of yarn, just as you do with the knit row, but instead of knitting into the front, you purl into the front of the top stitch. You have to give yourself a bit of slack because it can be a bit tight. So you just go down through the front of that top stitch and purl. And there you go, that's an M1R on a purl row. Let's try that again, one last time. Find the horizontal piece of yarn. You go from the back to the front underneath, and then you purl into the front. So you go down through the front of that loop, if you can. Yeah, down through the front of that loop and up and purl. And there we go, that's another M1R on a purl row.